Okay, now we are going to learn about how to retrieve the data back from the Android SQLite database. So now we are moving to the next segment on our Android application is the login. So whenever you click the button, you have to enter your username and password, and we are going to retrieve the data from the SQLite database and make the authentication. So here is the login activity.java file. Now I just move it to the main activity here. Here is the 4 buttons: login, register, and delete and update. Here also I declare a special integer variable called the status and assign a value 0. So if the user click the login button, I assign 1 for status variable and I pass that value to the activity using a bundle object. So if the user click the register button, if the user click the update button, I assign 2 for status and pass the value to the next activity. If the user click the delete button, I assign the value 3 for the variable status. Okay. So to retrieve the data from database, we have to create a user-defined method on our class called the database operations to retrieve the data. So here is the method to insert data. So here I am going to declare another user-defined method to retrieve the data back from the Android SQLite database. So public, here the return type is an object called cursor. So here the return type is cursor. Public cursor, get information. You can use any name, so just a user-defined method, and I use an argument which is an object of the database operations class. So database operations, I use the argument DOP, that is the object of the class database operation. Okay. So the first thing we have to get an object of SQLite database class. So here I am going to create an object of SQLite database class. SQLite database SQ equal to SQLite database SQ is equal to DOP, that is the object of the database operation class, dop.get readable database. We use the method get readable database because here we are going to get the data back from the SQLite database. Okay. Now I just declare a string array, string columns. Just put all the column names into this array. So string columns equal to, here I am going to initialize this string array using all our data, all our table entries, table column names. So we have to get the first column name, table info dot username, that is our first column name, table info dot username, and here is the second column name, table info dot user pass, table info dot user pass, that is our second column name. Okay, just put all the column names into the string array. Now we have to get the data. So here we got the data in the form of an object of a cursor class. So I declare an object of cursor cr equal to, and use the SQLite database object sq dot, and use the method called query. Here you have to pass some more arguments called you have to pass your table name, you have to pass your columns. So here I just get the table name from the table info class. So table info dot get the table name from the variable called table name, table info dot table name. And now you have to pass the object of that string array here that contain all the column names. That variable name is columns. Just give that variable names. It is columns. Okay, now if there is any selection like where clause, you can pass it. Here we are not using anything, so I pass null. And here you can pass your selection argument. Here we are not using anything, so put a null value for it. Here we not using any group by clause, so also pass a null value for it. Here there is no having clause, so again pass a null value. And here we are not using any ordered by clause, so again pass a null value for it. Okay, now complete the statement using a semicolon. Okay, now we got the entire table on our cursor object. Now we have to return the cursor object, so just return the cursor object. Okay, now we successfully complete the method for retrieving data back from the SQLite database. Here the cursor object contain all the rows on our result set. Okay, now we have to complete the login activity of our Android application. So go to the login layout.xml. Here is the user ID of username is username, and ID for the user pass is user pass. Okay, if the status is 1, that means if the status is 1, it is a simple login application. If it is 2, it is an update operation, and if it is 3, it is a delete operation. So here the status is 1, that means here we are going to perform the login operations. So just change the message, please wait. Okay, now we have to get all the data provided by the user. So you have to create object for the edit text. So create some object for the edit text username, and user pass, username and user pass, and also declare variable for getting the data. So declare two string variable username and user pass. Now initialize that to edit text objects username and user pass. So username equal to find view by id, and r dot id dot that object name is, again go to the XML. Okay, username and user pass, that is the id, username and user pass. Okay, now user pass equal to find view by id, r dot id dot user pass, that is the variable name user pass. Okay, both these are objects, so you need to perform some typecasting here. Just perform the casting operation. Okay, now first get the data from the user to the string variable. So first string variable is username equal to that edit text username dot get string, get text to get text, and convert it into string using toString method, get text dot toString. Okay, now the second variable user pass equal to user pass dot, that is the object name of the edit text user pass dot get text dot toString, that is the second variable name. Put the semicolon here. Okay, now we have to create an object of that our database operation class. Before that, you have to create an object of context class. So create an object of context class here, context ctx. I just initialize it with this pointer. Context ctx is equal to this. Okay, now we can create an object of that class called database operations that contain the user defined method to retrieve data. So database operations dop equal to new database operations and pass the context class object ctx, which is ctx. Okay, now we got an object of database operations. Now we have to create, we got the result in the form of a cursor class, cursor object. So we need an object of cursor class to receive the data from that method. So here I'm going to create an object of cursor class, cursor cr equal to dop dot that method name get information, and you have to pass that database operations object. Okay, now we got the result, enter result on this object called the cursor. Now we have to iterate, we have to get the required data from the cursor object. So first you have to put the pointer to the first row. So use this method cursor.move to first. It will move the pointer to the first location, that means the first row. It will move the pointer to the first row on our result set. Now you can iterate the cursor object using any loop. So here I using a do while loop. So do, and here is the condition. The condition is symbol cr dot move it to the next row. So using the method called if there is a next row, it will return true. So cr dot move to next, it will return false if there is no row. There is no next row is present, it will return false. Okay, now here I'm going to make some authentication. So for that I need another variable. So here I'm going to declare a boolean variable, boolean login status. I initialize that variable with the value false. Okay, now here I'm going to make some authentication. Okay, that variable declaration is okay. Now it is okay. Now we have to create in the string variable to get the username back from the database. So here I declare a string variable name equal to, I just initialize it with an empty string. So just declare a string variable with empty string. So here I'm going to make some authentication. So using an if loop, if, and using if the username dot equals, if the username is equal to the cr dot get string. The first column is the username, so we use the column index 0, cr dot get string 0. That means the username are matching, and if the username and password are matching, so we use the AND operator and check the password also. User pass dot, and now we have to get back the second column. So user pass dot cr dot get strings, user pass dot equals. Now get the second column value. So cr dot get text, get string, and provide the column index. Here the second column index is 1. Okay, now in the if loop I'm going to change the value of that boolean into true. So if these two conditions are true, it will enter into the if loop. So here I change the value of the boolean variable login status into true. Now get the name of the user. So cr dot get string that column index 0, that is the first column index. Okay, if the user is successfully logged in, we got the name of the user on this variable called the name. Okay, now here I'm going to check the after the while loop. Now I'm going to check whether the login is successful or not using an under if loop. If the value of login status is true, so if login status, that means if it is true, login is success. So just print a message using a toast.make-text. First I have to pass the base context and put a text here, login success. The login operation is success. Okay, now I have to print a welcome message for the user. So add understring in the new line, welcome user. So that variable name is name. We got the name of the user on the variable name. And now provide a duration for the toast dot make it as long, and now make the toast visible using show method dot show. Okay, now just if the login is success, this toast will appear. If the login is failed, again we have to print another message using a toast. So I use another toast here, toast.make-text login failed. Login failed, that is the message. Okay, now we successfully complete there are some error. Okay, there is this bracket is okay. Now we complete all the coding on. Okay, now we complete all the coding, and finally I have to finish the activity here. If the login is success, I just finish the activity. If it is failed also, I have to finish the current activities using the activity lifecycle method finish. Okay, now we successfully complete all the coding of this section. Now we can check our project. So I am going to run the project. So run as Android application. Open the emulator. So here first I have to register a user. So I click the register button. I provide a username. I put my name as username Prabish, and provide a password. I put password as pass, PASS, that is my password, and provide the correct confirmation password PASS and click the register button. Now the registration is success. Okay, now I just again go to that application, and I'm trying to log in. So click the login button. And I have to type my password, username. My username is Prabish, and first I am going to enter a wrong password. I enter password, which is a wrong one. Correct one is pass. So click login. Okay, please wait. Okay, login failed. Okay, that's working fine. And now I am going to log in with the correct username and password. I have to enter username Prabish, and enter the correct password. Correct password is PASS, and click login. Okay, please wait. Okay, login success, and here is the message, welcome Prabish. Okay guys, this is how we get the data back from SQLite database. Thank you for watching.